Hey guys, welcome to Turn Hill. Welcome to the place where we turn hill our way to self. I'm sweaty to the mouth. God. Alright. Look, straight from the devil's anus, okay? That's what they need to call a state. That needs to be the freaking motto of the state. Straight from the devil's anus. Welcome to Turn Hill. Welcome to the place where we turn hill our way to self-love and unity consciousness. Luck here. Hope all is well. I hope you're enjoying your holiday weekend, or you have enjoyed it, depending on when you're watching it. All right, cool. Full disclosure, definitely just came from the pool. Someone had shots. I'm not turning it down. Why would I turn it down? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down the blessings of spirits. All right, so here we are. Let's go. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that we need to know? All right, we have closing door, completion coming through. That 5 energy. Fortune's wheel. All right, luck and right timing. What else we got here? Fool's embrace. Unmarked trail, revelation, joyful muse, inspiration. All right, this is already giving like new beginning energy, right? I love it. Closing the door of the past, closing the door of maybe things not working out, closing the door of bad luck, whatever the case is, closing the door of that and opening up a new door of fortunate things, okay? Your blessings, the fruits of your labor. That's what I'm getting here, okay? Now it does require this new way of being with the Fool's embrace. It's that tarot's journey, right? The Fool's journey. You go from the Fool, you hit Emperor, Empress, and then you go into this new chapter. You have a death and rebirth, and then you go back to the Fool again, right? Because you go into this new world and you have to relearn, you have to learn this new environment, this new chapter in your life. That's the energy that I'm getting here, right? So some of you guys, you went through a death and rebirth, okay? You had an ego death, you are growing, or whatever the case is, stepping into the another version of yourself, right? And that requires this Fool energy. With this Fool energy, it comes a need to just be observant and be a learner, okay? For example, when you, let's say you get promoted to a new position, you don't step into this new position just knowing, like, it's what I do, cool. You don't step into it like that, right? You step into it humbly. You understand, you learn the landscape, you understand the technology that's required, or the skill set that's required, or whatever the case is. Duties, responsibilities. Anyway, so that's the energy here. When you find yourself stepping into this new world, this new realm, why you said realm? Whatever. When you find yourself stepping into this new realm here, unmarked territory, this is something that's totally new. It's totally different, okay? So just keep that learner's hat on. All right. Keep an eye out for inspiration. I feel like with this Joyful Muse inspiration card, I'm getting excitement. There's always excitement that comes from this Fool's energy, taking that leap of faith, starting something new. It's always it's always excitement that comes from that. Should I go into that? What am I going into? Okay. All right. So for example, let's say if you start a business, right? And let's say it's the first business that you've ever started. You might start off, if you have the dreamer's bug of any sort, right? What happens is, typically, from my experience and watching the experiences of others and gathering intel in that way, typically what happens is you have this idea and you think it's the greatest idea in the entire world, right? And you're like, oh shit, this is the best, right? Because you're excited about an idea, or you're excited about a project, or you're excited about a path. So you think it is the greatest thing, not realizing there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things you need to learn, right? And you don't know what you don't know in this moment. But that part will, that wisdom just comes from experience. And so this is this energy of being inexperienced in this new world, but having all the exuberant excitement and joy about starting something new. So just as long as you're able to temper that with this learner's hat, understand that your excitement, don't let your excitement stop you from learning or be overly confident. That's what I'm getting here. All right. This is something that's brand new, and there's certain things that you're not going to know. And have grace with yourself if you make a few mistakes. It's okay. If somebody is getting into music, for example, and they've never done music before, there's certain things that they're not going to know about recording, right? If somebody is recording, if they have an idea for a movie, and they don't know all the ins and outs of what's required to actually film a movie, right? Until they actually get their hands in and do it. So that's the energy here. So someone is all excitement. I feel like this energy will be like all excitement. And just make sure and that's fine. Stay excited, but also just be realistic as well. Or don't be so deflated when you have these opportunities to learn what's required to actually fulfill this dream. All right, cool. Let's get into the actual reading. By the way, so this reading will be a bit different. I am going to do a general reading, and I will do the signs, but they will be separated, and I'll just drop them in the shorts. Okay, so just keep an eye out for that. After I drop this, then I'll release the shorts for each zodiac sign. All right, let's go. What do we need to know for the week? If I haven't said it, this is a weekly reading. Okay. All right. What's going on with the weeklies? The weekly energy. Whoa, Tower. I like the energy of this Tower. I like it. Why that Tower there? Okay, let's continue. I mean, shoot. Fortune's wheel. Okay. With the Tower. This is a good thing. This is a good Tower. It's a good change. Some of you guys, you're gonna, okay, I like this energy so much. Some of you guys, you're gonna get inspiration. You're gonna get inspiration for an idea. You remember we were talking about instructions over the past couple of weeks. Okay, getting the hints, getting insight that was warming you up for this. Some of you guys are going to get an idea this week, or you already have. All right, whatever the case is. It depends on if you went into quiet mode and you followed your intuition there. This is a Tower. This creative path, or the instructions. Some of you guys, I don't know about you guys, I definitely download creative ideas all the time. Sometimes I'll wake up with songs in my head, right? Sometimes I'll wake up with, just different ideas. And I feel like it just feels like a drop of inspiration. For some of you guys, it could just be a solution out of whatever you're trying to manifest. Oh, I said out of. Some of you guys, if you're trying to manifest a way out of a situation, then you're gonna get the download for that solution. Some of you guys is just a creative solution, or just a creative project. Either way, it's something that you have been trying to manifest. So we have the King of Cups coming through. It's something that okay, let's continue. King of Cups coming out. We have the Four of Wands. In the inner world here. Anything else? Page of Pentacles. So this is the birth of an idea. This week is the week of the birth of an idea. It hasn't become concrete plans yet because it's the beginning stage of just downloading the idea. So make sure you're receptive to that. Any ideas that come to you, any new thoughts that come to you, write them all down. Journal your insights. I want to say that if you have these epiphanies, if you ever have a moment of like, oh, light bulb moments, write those down. It doesn't have to be a whole journal entry. Just put it in your phone, right? Like, today I had this epiphany, or just epiphany number 1. This motherfucker is trash. Epiphany 2. I dealt with this because blah, 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 right? Whatever the case is. List your epiphanies, the downloads that are coming in, all right? I feel like they're all pieces of a puzzle. All right. Anyway, Hangman, new perspective coming through, leading to this 10 of Pentacles, security. See, this is giving like everybody's personal journey here. It doesn't, I'm not getting this energy of it having to do with other people. This is all about you, yourself, your higher self, your gods, and your path, your fate, your destined path, all right? That's what I'm getting. A lot of stability coming through. If you get an idea, holy cow, if you get an idea, do not sleep on it. That's the importance of writing it down. Do not sleep on it. This is giving major security. Some of you guys, you're getting, oh my God, some of you guys are getting an idea. Hold on. What are we talking about here? Some of you guys are getting an idea that is going to upgrade you. Shit. Let me upgrade you. 4 of Wands. What is this about? Listen, you know what I like to tell people sometimes? We have the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. What I like to tell people sometimes? Inspiration is fickle. Creative ideas is a fickle bitch. Okay? Listen, here's what I mean by that. You ever, I don't know if this has happened to you. If you're a creative, you've probably experienced this before, where you received an idea, you sat on it, you slept on it, and someone else did the idea. It's because the inspiration needs to come in. So if that idea comes to you, it chose you, just like a baby. When that baby chooses you, you know what I mean? Ugh, we're not going there. If that inspiration chooses you, that idea comes to you, it's choosing you as its vessel. But it doesn't mean that you have to be the vessel. Like if you decide, oh, I'm going to sleep on that idea, I'm going to pass on that idea, somebody else, it's going to go to someone else. Okay. So be mindful of that. Just because you received an idea, your ideas are not really yours. Okay. That's what I want to say there. Especially in this case. You can come up with ideas, and if you're creative, then you know how this goes. You could come up with so many ideas, and a lot of them are shitty, right? And then sometimes you'll have an idea that's like, it just works, right? It works. And those ideas, that's divine inspiration coming through. Those ideas, that's what we're about to get. If you get one of those, either way, whether you get one of those or not, write it down. But I feel like you'll know if it's divine inspiration by how it feels. It'll work out naturally. You'll probably just start working on it, like naturally. You don't have to really think too much about it. That's from my experience. Anytime I come up with an idea for myself, it's always like toiling, tedious. It's like I have to really roll up my sleeves and try to work it out. But when I get divinely inspired ideas, I just naturally do it. Something that I would think it would take a couple of months, I'll do it in a couple of hours, right? It's like, that's when I know, like, oh, okay, I'm in the flow. This is not my idea. This is something that needs to come through me. So let me go on and open up and be a vessel for that. Be mindful, be receptive of that when those moments happen, all right? Certain things, like, for example, if you're an intuitive person and you just know things, right? That's just you being receptive. You're like, this isn't from me. And humility is coming through here. Knowing when things are just not from you and your brilliance, right? It's not like, oh, I know this because I just know about things of the world. No, it's like, yo, certain things we just know because of our intuitive downloads. It's not because of you as a human, right? Okay. Give credit where credit's due there. And there's a need for us to differentiate when those ideas, and then start leaning more to differentiate those ideas when it's coming from us and when it's coming from divine inspiration. And then lean more towards the divine inspired ideas. All right, cool. Because those won't lead you astray. Those are for a reason. Somebody, all right, for example, yeah, fuck it. We don't have to go there. Oh, I guess we are going there. Okay, for example, let's say if someone is, now I'm a content creator, but I just create videos for signs, right? But let's say someone who's like a songwriter or a comedian or podcaster, things like that, where you have to come up with ideas. For example, artists, where you have to come up with ideas, and so you're racking your brain. What's a new idea? What's a new idea to come up with? All right, I know what I gotta do for content. I'm gonna dress up as a banana, and then I'm gonna roll down a hill. You know, a hill. Why did I say hill like that? Anyway, so I'm gonna roll down the hill, and that's gonna go viral. Dumbass idea, but they try it. They realize it don't work. Don't go down that route of racking your brain. If you are looking for a solution, this is feeling like security and abundance, but I'm just gonna say in general, if you're looking for a solution, take this path. Ask. How do you ask? Now, this is back to manifesting. This Magician card is learning how to manifest and trust the process of it. So that same person who is like, I want to create content that can go viral, then that's it. Put that affirmation out there. I create viral content. I create viral content. Or if it's music, I create whatever fucking goal is for songwriters. I win Grammys, right? Whatever the case is. I write hits. I'm a hit maker. And then see where that comes in. See what happens next, okay? But as far as you racking your brain, I mean, that is like an old way of moving now, all right? Things are speeding up. We are evolving. We have to evolve with the times. And right now, this will be being a little bit ahead of the times, right? By saying, I'm a magician, I can create, I can put out into the world and then receive, right? Because a lot of people talk about it, but not a lot of people are actually doing that shit, right? Actually do it. What is your goal? I'll give you an example. When it came to this apartment and this move, I think I talked about this move a lot, but I'm going to bring it up again. It's been 2 years since I've moved. How did I do it? I was in a situation where I did not feel was a healthy environment for me. And then I decided, let me really go hard on this manifestation thing. Now, I chose sex magic. And how I did it, I chose an affirmation. And I will diddle a fiddle. You know what I'm saying? And then I would say the affirmation. Not necessarily at the peak, but while I'm coming down from that sexual high, okay? If sexual magic is you find interesting, that will be the way to do it, okay? You can use a sigil as well, have a symbol or whatever the case is. I just choose to take this affirmation and just repeat it while I'm in that euphoric energy, where I'm in that zero mind energy, all right? Where I won't have negative thoughts that can come in because I'm already in this euphoric high. So what I would say was, I love my beautiful new apartment. I love my beautiful new apartment in Atlanta. You know what I love about this apartment? Oh my God, I love that, this and that and that. And I would just start going in. I would start going in on a rant. I used to do that every day. All right. And then I didn't have to rack my brain about where to go. I don't think I told this whole story. I didn't have to rack my brain about where to go. It was just one day. I took like 3 days because I was staying with a family member, and I took 3 days in a hotel by myself, and I was just meditating, journaling, still doing the same affirmations and sex magic, and I just felt like, oh, it's time for me to do this. It's time for me to actually move. And I went back and forth about it, but then I actually moved. Like, I made that decision in like 3 days. Like, oh, okay, I'm moving. 3 days, I'm out, you know. And I bought the ticket that day and left. I ended up leaving. I came out here, and I wound up living in a hotel for like a month, right? I randomly chose a hotel in a specific town, and I was walking around the neighborhood like, I wouldn't mind living in this neighborhood actually. And all this time, all the while, I'm like searching for jobs. I'm searching for apartments or whatever in like different towns. And I was just taking a walk to get some lunch, and I was like, I would love to live in this area. Holy shit, this is great. And that's when I heard like, this is where you're gonna live. And I was like, oh shit. So I didn't have to rack my brain about it. Me finding the place, me being in the area, me choosing to move directly to the area that I was gonna live in unknowingly. That is how this magician energy works. Where it doesn't have to be that hard. All right, cool. I remember that moment. I cried. I was out in public, and I was walking. I was like in the middle of a parking lot, and when I got that message, like, this is where you're gonna live, and I just started tearing up, like, oh my god, it works. Oh my god. So yeah, divine inspiration. It's beautiful. All right, let's go. What else we got here? All right, so we have the Three of Swords coming through as an this inner voice. Three of Swords. With the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups in reverse. All right, and that's coming out as the outer world. Listen, this is a nostalgia. All right, that's giving nostalgia here. It's some type of nostalgia that's holding us back, it seems. See, what we're being inspired to jump into, it's going to give us a new level of security. But in order for we to jump into that new level of security, we have to release the old sense of security. The things that once made us feel secure, right? Trust in your manifestation. Trust in your inspiration. Inspiration is the word of the day here. Inspiration. Please trust what you're being inspired to do. Now, as far as this level of security here that we have to walk away from, this could be old relationships, blah blah blah. It could be old jobs, whatever the case is. It could be an old way that you think of yourself, whatever. All right. Things that nostalgia seems to be coming up a lot. It's a small part of this energy. This is not the biggest part, but it does have that energy of, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, right? That whole energy, because you know you got to say goodbye. All right? But it's a new level. It's a new foundation. It's a new level of security here that you haven't experienced. The unmarked territory. Awesome. Page of Inspiration, Page of Wands. Let's look into that Page of Wands. Be happy with this inspiration. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands coming out with that Queen of Swords. When you get that direction, listen, I think some of you guys, when you get that direction, it's going to be a no-brainer. I don't feel like there's going to be like, There's going to be this moment of like, oh my gosh, this means that I'm going to have to leave this, but it doesn't. I don't feel like it's going to stop you from actually moving on. It's not going to stop you from leaving this situation, whatever that is. If this is a career switch or whatever the case is, it doesn't matter. I feel like what's going to happen is it's going to be major clarity of like, yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. This is a clarity I've been waiting for. This is a path I've been waiting to open up. A path opens up. It peeks open. When that happens, run through that mother effing door. All right? All right. Now, I do want to see what's going on with that Queen of Wands in reverse. Why is that Queen of Wands in reverse? Why is that Queen of Wands in reverse? Oh, it's just not, okay. All right. There's a little bit of discomfort, okay, with this Fool energy. That's what I'm getting here. It's because you have to jump into the new and relinquish the old. There's a little bit of a chip on our shoulder about it, like, fuck, why I had to go through that. Fuck, why I had to leave that alone just to jump into that. Why I had to sacrifice this to go to that. I feel like there is major clarity about it being worth it, but it's like knowing the price that you have to pay for it. That's the energy there, all right? The price that I have to pay for the manifestation of moving out here is, I was about to say something crazy, but is releasing the old relationships I had in Brooklyn, right? Whether it's family, friends, you know what I'm saying? The hoes, you feel me? Like, whatever. All right, I'm sorry. The shots are talking. All right, anyway, listen. That's what it is, all right? It's major clarity about moving forward into this new beginning, but also feeling a little bit nostalgic about like, damn, but I gotta let that go. It's fine, all right? All right. Overall advice. We have Wailing Tree, Reconciliation. I feel like now we're going into a new part of this reading, and I'm not going to go into this. Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom. Oh, the Fire. Oh, this is a rebirth, right? We already said that. It's a rebirth. It's a new beginning. But this is going to be a fiery new chapter, all right? Should you choose to take this on. Not everybody's going to choose it. But if you choose to take this on, if you accept this tower gracefully, because it's your that's the thing, this tower is your manifestation. So if you choose to take this on and you actually take that leap of faith, you're gonna be so effing fired up. I don't feel like it will be it's not gonna be obvious in the beginning. That's the thing, because the nostalgia is going to be the prominent energy, the prominent emotion when you first make the switch over. But once you get well versed into this new position, new energy that you're in, then you'll get fired. You'll get more and more fired up. The momentum will start building. So trust in that, okay? If you're getting inspiration, write it down. If you're, whatever is happening in your dreams, anything that's noteworthy, write that down. Any epiphanies, downloads you're getting, please write that down. Especially if you get some creative ideas. Write it down, save it for later. Keep a journal of your creative ideas if you are a creative, or whatever the case is. All right, cool. All right, that's it. All right, well, keep an eye out for the shorts. I will post those. Once again, I will be posting the shorts of all the zodiac signs and how this week's energy would be affecting each sign, but they'll be separated in shorts this time, all right? All right, well, thank you so much. Hope all is well, and feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Tara and Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Till we meet again. Peace.